Can't blame gravity for falling in love. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. What is right is not always popular, and what's popular is not always right. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I, or are the others, crazy? The only source of knowledge is experience. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Truth is what stands the test of experience. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it's comprehensible. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Human beings must have action, and they will make it if they cannot find it. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. I think and think for months and years. 99 times, the conclusion is false. The 100th time, I am right. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, require creative imagination, and marks real advance in science. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than the one with all the facts. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. I am thankful for all of those who said no to me. It's because of them I'm doing it myself. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The mediocre mind is incapable of understanding the man who refuses to bow blindly to conventional prejudices and chooses instead to express his opinions courageously and honestly. Education is not the learning of facts. It's rather the training of the mind to think. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger and more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Information is not knowledge. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this, in the midst of your diagrams and equations. Forget is the secret to eternal youth. One grows old only through memory. There's much too little forgetting. The best way to lose a woman was to show her a kind of life that one could offer her for only a few days. A man only begins to be valued when he is no longer there. The first person you think of in the morning, and the last person you think of at night, is either the cause of your happiness, or the cause of your pain. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. If a woman belongs to another man, she is 5 times more desirable than the one you can easily get. It is a mistake to assume that all people have the same ability to feel. A lonely person cannot be abandoned. It is better to die when I want to live than to live before you want to die. What you can't get always seems better than what you have. This includes the romance and idiocy of human life. Strange how complicated we can make things, just to avoid showing what we feel. Anything you can settle with money is cheap. A woman becomes smarter when she is in love, whereas a man loses his mind. If a woman is angry, it means she is not only wrong, but also she knows it. Modesty and conscientiousness receive their reward only in novels. In life, they are exploited and then shoved aside. Women do not need to explain anything. You always have to act with them. A person can become close to you in 3 days, and the one who lives near you for years may never know what your favorite color is. It's only terrible to have nothing to wait for. Never do anything complicated when something simple will serve as well. It's one of the most important secrets of living. Being in love is when you want to get old with someone. We are forlorn like children, and experienced like old men. We are crude and sorrowful and superficial. We are lost. Only if you finally part with a person, you begin to be truly interested in everything that concerns him. That is one of the paradoxes of love. It is very queer that the unhappiness of the world is so often brought on by small men. Life is a disease, and death begins already at birth. Every breath, every heartbeat, is a moment of dying, a little shove toward the end. No soldier outlives 1,000 chances. But every soldier believes in chance, and trusts his luck. Good or ill, life is life. You only realize that when you have to risk it. If a woman saves money on herself, it means that it makes men want to save money on her. You may turn into an archangel, a fool, or a criminal. No one will see it. But when a button is missing, everyone sees that. What comfort there is in the skin of someone you love. The more primitive a man is, the better he believes himself to be. Keep things at arm's length. If you let anything come too near, you want to hold on to it. And there is nothing a man can hold on to. A woman should not tell a man that she loves him. Let her shining happy eyes speak about this. They are more eloquent than any words. Our knowledge of life is limited to death. Only a complete idiot would argue with a woman and appeal to her logic. A man is always great in his intentions, however, not in their fulfillment. Therein lies his fascination. He who wants to hold on to that is losing. Those who are ready to let go with a smile are trying to keep him. At school, nobody never taught us how to light a cigarette in a storm of rain, nor how fire could be made with wet wood, nor that it is best to stick a bayonet in the belly, because there it doesn't get jammed, as it does in the ribs. There is nothing more tiring than to attend how a person demonstrates his mind, in particular, if there is no mind. I stood next to her, listened to her, laughed, and thought how terrible it is to love a woman and be poor. Bombardment, barrage, curtain fire, mines, gas, tanks, machine guns, hand grenades. Words, words, but they hold the horror of the world. Everyone saves someone at least once, just as he kills someone at least once, even though he may not know it. A friend standing behind is worse than an enemy standing in front. We have so much to say, and we shall never say it. If a man is not married at 30, it means that he has not been forced to get married yet. Men don't get married because they want to get married, but because women want to get married. Whatever happens to you, never take it personally. Nothing in this world is so important. I feel like I am among people who are going to live forever. At least that is how they act. They are so obsessed with money that they have forgotten about life. Not always sorry for the one who is wrong, asking forgiveness of the one who values the relations. The things men did or felt they had to do. Who has many women knows women. Who has one wife knows love. It is melancholy secret that reality can arouse desires, but never satisfy them.